It's a horrible, horrible thought that my child could be kidnapped. My child could end up being human trafficked to another country, and I don't know how to get them back. Human trafficking is one of the fastest growing and most organized crimes affecting Africa today. It extends far beyond illegal border crossings to include labor exploitation, child trafficking, domestic servitude, kidnapping, and forced recruitment. Crimes that often target the most vulnerable and remain hidden in plain sight. Many cases go misclassified or unnoticed, not because they don't exist, but because trafficking networks are sophisticated and adaptive, while frontline systems are not always equipped to respond effectively. Today on The Upside, we focus on why specialized units are essential in the fight against human trafficking and missing persons. Our guest, Lonwabo Yiliwe, brings rare frontline expertise to this conversation. Born in King Williamstown in the Eastern Cape, he's a seasoned human rights practitioner whose work spans prevention, investigation, and response to trafficking and kidnapping cases across multiple platforms and provinces. As Director General of the Eastern Cape Human Rights and Missing Person Unit, Mr. Yiliwe operates at the center of a coordinated victim-centered approach, highlighting a critical truth: organized crime requires equally specialized, informed, and human rights-driven systems. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Lonwabo. How are you doing today on this fine Wednesday?
Good day, and also good day for viewers as well. We are today and a little bit hot in the Eastern Cape.
All right, Mr. Lonwabo, we're just going to ask that we take a quick breather and just fix our connectivity line with you, because you're breaking a bit and we want to hear your thoughts when it comes to human trafficking and specialized units that are set out to prevent such cases. It's 12 minutes before 2 p.m. Central African time. Let's take a quick breather. We'll be back after this.
The whole population of Africa has been shocked to the depth of its soul.
For 60 years, Channel Africa has been the voice that connects the continent, telling our stories and sharing our vision with the world. This year, we mark 6 decades of broadcast excellence.
60 years of stories, sound, and connection.
6 years of African conversations that matter.
This is 60 years of broadcast excellence.
Broadcast excellence, rooted in Africa's heartbeat and looking boldly into the future. Join Channel Africa as we celebrate 60 years of broadcasting. Still strong, still vibrant, and still giving you the African perspective.
Channel Africa.
The Upside. On The Upside, your voice matters.
All right, still joined on the line by Mr. Lonwabo Yiliwe. He is the Eastern Cape Human Rights and Missing Person Unit's Director General, to tell us a bit more and educate us a bit more about human trafficking and missing persons cases and the work that they do. Mr. Lonwabo, thank you so much again for your time. I think just to give us a clear picture, what work do you do in combating human trafficking and missing persons cases as a Director General of the Eastern Cape Human Rights and Missing Persons Unit?
Let me also again, our responsibility is to run awareness and also conduct investigations with our partners like the DPI, which is all known as Hawks, and other authorities. So our institute, 2 wings, which is a wing of our, and also the of the investigation, which is the investigation department led by a well-experienced investigators in terms of human trafficking.
Okay, let's talk about you know how many people still associate trafficking only with border crossing. We're battling with your line, but let's see how it goes. What are some of the less visible forms of trafficking that you encounter most often at this time, especially when we look at the context of local communities?
Okay. The trafficking, as the colleague just mentioned, it is an organized crime. Each and every day, it changes its method. Remember, let's say 5 years ago, we mostly experienced the trafficking as a crime that will only take place at the borders. But now we have uh, identified that the trafficking also now comes in the form of the employment, where there will be advertisement of employment into our neighboring countries or offering of bursaries. Then people will start to apply, and when they reach to that particular destination, there is no address, there is no offices. That is where there will be the first step of trafficking. And also, the trafficking it is no longer the old method where you will be tied up and be forced into the vehicle. Now there are different ways that this trafficking is happening. It is come, as I've mentioned, in the form of employment. It comes as well as a form of genuine employment, but as time on being employed in that particular employer, the agreement changes now. You start becoming a sexual slave. So the trafficking, it is in different forms, and it's happening in different ways. As you all know, the trafficking in the Eastern Cape, it happens differently with the Western Cape or with the Gauteng, because in the Eastern Cape, that's where mostly now the victims are, because we are having the disadvantaged areas, which we call them the rural areas, that they are not aware in terms of these acts of human trafficking.
Mr. Lonwabo, who are the most vulnerable in the communities for human trafficking cases and missing persons cases? Who are the most vulnerable based on the work that you've done and your investigations that you've conducted?
The most vulnerable within our communities are the young females, which are based mostly in the rural areas. Those are the most vulnerable, because why I'm saying they are the most vulnerable is that in most events, it is difficult for them to receive such as the awareness materials or the information that we normally share through the social media. They are the ones that are the most vulnerable.
Let's talk about prevention, because we are trying to get to a position where we know what to do to make sure that we don't give more power to these syndicates and what is happening that is unlawful, using the context of South Africa as an example. Prevention, very important one. How do specialized units strengthen early intervention as well in these types of matters, especially in rural, perhaps even marginalized areas where we see a lot of this going on?
Okay. What we, in terms of the preventions, each and every province, for an example, in South Africa, each and every province, it's got its actions.